Rags to Bitches by Pamela Burford. To my sister Kate Burford, with gratitude for her constant enthusiasm and for cheerfully sharing her vast store of knowledge, several tidbits of which have found their way into this book. Chapter 1. She's Not Coming. Gabe Moreau scanned the packed ballroom for the 100th time since he'd arrived 10 minutes earlier, while attempting to feign interest in Rhonda Peterson's incessant blathering. Rhonda nodded toward a tall, balding man Gabe didn't recognize, and whom he probably hadn't exchanged 2 words with back in high school. She said, "And Howard Tibbs has his own plumbing supply store here in Briarfield." Well, it was his father's business, but his dad retired to Boca. "Speaking of going into Daddy's business, did I hear you were made a partner?" Rhonda grinned, displaying a mouthful of big-cap teeth lined up like marble tombstones. Gabe carefully avoided staring at the speck of spinach lodged between her incisors. He nodded. "That's right. And Andrea too," she said. Her eyes glittered with curiosity as she glanced across the room at the lady in question, now sharing a laugh with Mike Ames, if Gabe wasn't mistaken. He'd heard Mike had done well for himself in commercial real estate. Obviously, Andrea had heard the same thing. That was all Gabe needed. Rhonda, the class busybody, spreading more rumors about himself and Andrea Pittman. Despite the passage of 15 years, he suspected Rhonda Peterson was the same compulsive gossipmonger she'd been back in high school. He watched Andrea for a moment, doing what she always did at social functions, diligently working the room, now ferreting out former classmates who'd done well for themselves and might be in the market for legal services. The woman had a bloodhound's nose for money, and the bull-headed determination required to steer that money into the firm. Every day, in every way, she made her daddy and his so very proud. "We both made partner at the same time," he said. "The two of you really lucked out," she said, "with both your dads being founding partners of such a prestigious law firm." Gabe stopped scrutinizing the crowd and gave Rhonda his full attention. "I prefer to think luck didn't have much to do with it." "Well, I just meant. I didn't mean to imply you didn't deserve to." "Of course not," he said. "I'm sure you realize that Moreau Pittman didn't get to be one of the top firms on Wall Street by practicing blind nepotism. Andrea is one hell of a lawyer." It was no lie. Hardworking, ruthless, and driven, she would have excelled in any firm. But like him, she'd chosen to direct her efforts toward the family business. It was what they'd both wanted since they were children. That wasn't all.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?